Most important thing right now is for liberals to learn the wrong lesson about Donald Trump kicking their butt all over the planet. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug Tennapel. This is where the happy patriots are. And if you're going to go to one source where you might find liberals learning the absolute worst lesson, where might you go? Joe Scarborough.
I just say really quickly, too. Democrats need to be mature, and they need to be honest. And they need to say, yes, there's misogyny.
Here they go. Democrats, there's misogyny. First of all, that is not honest, what he's saying. I already know. I'm going to prove to you it's not honest. He's a liar. All of them are. And I don't mean it just like, oh, I'm a Republican and you Democrats are liars. I really am not. I love ad hominem attacks, and I actually love treating Democrats very unfairly, or at least these leftist, psycho, rich people who are lying to my friends every day. That's what I hate about them. These people are liars. They've hurt even my Democrat and liberal friends and caused my Democrat and liberal friends to hate me. It really is. It's Joe Scarborough, Mika Brzezinski, Al Sharpton, who have put division, caused some women to leave their men for voting for Trump because they have fomented the hatred and told so many lies. So I'm just going to dance on their grave, and I'm going to call out just how terrible their take is. There's a lot of people who I will not go after and make fun of a whole lot of Democrat voters. I won't just go up and call a Harris voter like, hey, you're stupid, you're stupid. Anyone famous, I will. Anyone on TV, I will. Any news person or person in media, I will. I will call you stupid, deceptive, Marxist all day.
But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Oh, yeah. It's not only are white men evil Nazis, according to Joe Scarborough, Mexicans are too, Hispanics, Latinos. You guys, you didn't know when you were voting for Trump. Little did you know it was because you're racist. Make sure you roll the R, everybody. Racist to the Latinos, according to Joe Scarborough. A white guy, rich white guy in New York is calling Hispanic voters racist.
Right. It's misogyny from black men.
And this is a man calling out misogyny. Okay, so how about that, black man? You went for Trump purely because you're a misogyny, and there's bobblehead Reverend Sharpton. I don't know where the Reverend part of it went, but just nodding, yes, amen, oh yeah.
We've all been talking about who do not want a woman leading them.
If they don't want a woman leading them, maybe they don't want Tim Walz leading them. I would love to have a Tulsi Gabbard to lead us as president. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to say men and women are equal types of leaders. I believe the sexes really do have a unique characteristics to how each one of them lead. But it's clear that is not the problem with Kamala Harris. Someone like an Elise Stefanik or a Tulsi Gabbard might kick the next person's butt, down the line. But you keep picking the worst representation of women. Look at the two women you've picked. You picked Hillary Clinton, one of the most hated women there is. And you picked Kamala Harris, a complete empty-headed dingbat, one of the most hated women, even before she ran for president. So it's not that they hate women. And you almost picked grouchy Michelle Obama, who I also think would have lost.
Might be race issues with Hispanics.
Yeah. Hey, Hispanics, you have an issue with Kamala's race is why you went for that's why you voted for the orange man, the white guy, because Hispanics are so famously just in love with what? The right white race or the orange race in Trump's case? These people, thank you. Thank you. They're going to secure it all the way through 2028. When I predict, I'm going to make my first prediction. How about this for early? When it's going to be J.D. Vance's running mate will be Tulsi Gabbard.
They don't want a black woman as president of the United
States. Hispanics, you don't want a black woman for president of the United States, according to Joe Scarborough. He's calling you names. He's calling you the most evil name that he can think of. That's his big solution. MSNBC, this is why your audience is so small.
The Democratic Party, I've always found when you're sitting around talking, they love to just sort of balkanize everybody into these separate groups and say, oh, white people don't like women and black people. No, it is time for the Democrats to say, okay, and you and I have talked about this before, a lot of Hispanic voters have problems with black candidates.
Okay, Joe Scarborough just got mad that the Democrat Party balkanizes people into groups, and now he goes, it's time for us to call out all the Hispanics that they have a problem with black people. He just now balkanized them as a group, as if they're melanin or their ethnicity or something. It's just so bizarre to me. It's so hateful what he does. It's so racist what he does. It's like 50 different ways of racist, sexist. They don't care about those issues at all. By the way, I think actually, I just think he's so incompetent that he's showing off how incredibly immoral, how incredibly stupid, how these people, he's going to continue here. He's going to lie to you. He's going to keep lying.
Right.
A lot
and
of,
with other Hispanics. You got some that don't like each other.
Oh, by the way, Hispanics, hey, you don't just hate blacks. You don't just hate women. You're so hateful, you hate other Hispanics. That's a white guy and a black reverend yelling at you. My Mexican people. It's so terrible. I'm laughing at them. It's so awful, guys. You're going to keep losing. Thankfully, yeah, keep doing it, guys. Keep going. That's why I'm showing this whole segment. You will never get another Latino vote. You guys are so stupid and racist and dumb. And you treat black men as if they're dumb and white men as if they're dumb. You guys, oh man, I love this.
And some of the most misogynist things I've heard going on this Get Out the Vote tour came from black men.
The most misogynist came from black men. He heard some things from some white guys, but white guys, according to Al Sharpton, seem to have evolved so much more than black men. I wonder who came up with that theory. How about Charles Darwin? These people, what they say, what he just said about black men. Oh man. Yeah, you piss me off, Reverend Al Sharpton. Take the Reverend off your name, you clown.
I mean, misogynist things. So you're absolutely right. It's not simplistic, and we've got to have real honest conversations about it.
And this is not an honest conversation. How do you know? Because they have no problem with misogyny. An honest discussion about misogyny? You mean the way you guys covered up Kamala Harris's husband, Doug Emhoff, who smacked his women around? You guys will not mention that. You will not have an honest conversation about misogyny with your person. We already saw it. I already called you guys out on it. Otherwise, you can start by talking about Doug Emhoff before you go to one black man or one Hispanic man and say that you have to talk to them about misogyny. You guys don't care. You're clowns and you're liars.
Real honest conversation.
Real honest. Well, you came to the right channel for real honest conversation. I hope you've subscribed because I'm Doug in exile.